This video will cover the main features of LabArchives Scheduler that are used by the average end user. To learn more about how to set up a new LabArchives Scheduler organization and how to utilize the features accessible only to administrators, please see our LabArchives Scheduler admin video. LabArchives Scheduler allows you to schedule and organize reservations for important resources or equipment at your institution. A resource could be lab equipment like a microscope or MRI machine, or just an everyday item like a tablet or conference room. Any important resource that you'd like to reserve time with can present a good use case for LabArchives Scheduler. Your LabArchives Scheduler administrator will invite you to create an account, or they may create your account remotely. Once you've logged in, you'll have access to any of the resources or schedules that they have shared with you. If you create your account before you are invited to LabArchives Scheduler, you will not be able to change to another organization without support intervention. If you already created an account on your own and you need to move your account into a pre-existing organization, please contact LabArchives support. We're happy to take care of that for you. Now, the first thing you'll see after you log in is the dashboard. The dashboard allows you to quickly see any important announcements, any upcoming reservations, and any resources which are currently available for new reservations. Note that if you ever need to change your password, account settings, or email notification settings, just see the options listed under My Account. Now let's get into how to make a reservation. To schedule a new reservation for some resource, click on the Schedules tab, then select Bookings. Here you can see all the resources that you have access to and their availability for the current week. Notice that each resource has a row, and each time slot has a column. If you don't see the resource you're looking for, it could be that you do not have permission to use that resource, or it could be that this resource is on a different schedule. A schedule is just one way to group resources. For instance, if one group of resources are in one building and another group of resources are in another building, it would make sense to place these groups of resources on different schedules. To change the currently selected schedule, just scroll to the top of the booking screen, and in the center there you'll see the drop down. Now once you've found the resource or resources you want to reserve, click or click drag across one or more time slots, and when you release the mouse button, you'll be brought to the Create Reservation page. On this screen, you can fill out all the information relating to your resource reservation. This, of course, includes the start and end time, but it also includes many other options. You can add a title, description, up to 20 megabytes of file attachments, and of course, you can set this reservation to periodically repeat. You can also include other people on your reservation as individual users or as groups of users, and they can be added as a participant or invitee. The participant option will simply include the given person on the reservation so that it shows up on their account. Adding someone as an invitee, however, will send them an email giving them the option to accept or decline. Only if the invitee accepts does the reservation show up in their account. If you do not want to include specific people on your reservation, but you want to leave the option for other people to join, simply check the Allow Participants to Join checkbox. Always remember that there may be one or more restrictions when reserving specific resources. These restrictions can include how soon the reservation can be scheduled and how long the reservation can be. Your reservation may require approval and/or it may require check-in, check-out. And for premium users, there are even more restrictions that can be imposed, including reservation buffer times and quotas. In general, it is always recommended that you speak with your administrator to ensure you understand what requirements you must follow when reserving certain resources. For more information on check-in, check-out, reservation approval, or any of the other features that were just mentioned, please see our online documentation. If there are a premium user, there may be additional fields you can use on the reservation screen, including accessories and any custom attributes that your administrator may have set up. Finally, premium users also have the option to set up email reminders that could be sent to participants shortly before a reservation begins. Once you click Create, the reservation will show up as a new block on the bookings page. Note that you can also modify an existing reservation just by clicking on it. When you look at an existing reservation, you'll have a few additional options. Add this reservation to your calendar application, import to Google Calendar, print, duplicate, or delete the reservation. If you choose to delete the reservation, you'll have the option of including a brief explanation of why you deleted this. To view all reservations you are included on, select the Schedule drop-down and then select My Calendar. And that'll show you a calendar with all the reservations that you are participating in. If you would like to see the calendar for a specific piece of equipment, select the Resource Calendar option. Now we're looking at a calendar view that shows all the reservations for this specific resource. Sometimes you may know what resource you want to reserve, but you want an easy way of seeing when it is available. You can do this with the Find a Time option located under the Schedule drop-down. Let's say I know I need to use the centrifuge resource for 2 hours at some point this week. I can select the centrifuge resource. I could specify 2 hours. I can select this week, then click Find a Time, and all the time slots matching my search will appear. And I can create a reservation just by clicking any of these available times. Now I also may just want to see existing reservations for some resource in some time period. To do this, I can go to the Schedule drop-down again, and then select Search Reservations. Now that I'm here, I can, for example, see all the reservations for the GCMS resource by selecting GCMS under Resource. I'll select the date range this week, and then I'll select Search Reservations. This concludes our brief overview of the features available to the average LabArchives scheduler end user. If you need further assistance, please consult our help documentation or reach out to our support team at support@labarchives.com.